Sabisu serves so many different needs for us in one platform. So it allows us to standardise a support approach. A lot of, if we were to develop a standalone application for extracting all that Lotus Notes information, A, we'd have to build all the interfaces, B, we'd have to build a user interface or a front end on it for the users. And we don't have to do any of that anymore, so we reckon it's saving us probably 80, if not more, 80 or 90% of the costs to deliver those sorts of data presentation information. Yeah. What would be a 2-3 week project for quite a simple information presentation system out of, let's say, Lotus Notes? Half an hour now. Literally it is, you know, because it's all built into a pre-existing widget, and you're literally just entering parameters to say I want this and I want that and I want that and I want that, and it's all pre-presented really.
So what?
And actually you can see, even though we're even 80 or 90% more efficient now, you can see that as those widgets get cleverer and more numerous, the user community is virtually self-sufficient. Well, that would be the vision anyway. However, the feedback is great, particularly from users in terms of service, and the speed and response they get from us is virtually instantaneous. But actually it's continually improving and improving. So, you know, we see subtle changes to it very regularly, and it's getting better and better. And the widgets get better and better and better. Actually, we've got a handful now, at least, of real champions for the system in the business, where they're, you know, they're actively just soaking up everything that the tool has to offer. Lots of applications, delivering a lot of support, lots of benefit internally to our department. Primarily is where the benefits have come from. Wouldn't it be great if all our systems, we have a lot of monitoring on our systems, but at the moment that monitoring isn't fed to the external support agencies. We do all the monitoring, and then if there's a problem, we get on the phone, kind of thing. Why you don't need to do all that with Sabisu? You can cut us out of the loop. Then the service we get from them improves, and the efficiency from our standpoint of delivering that service improves. So it effectively allows us to really enable a lot of the workforce through wireless and mobile devices, and effectively there are a lot of very, very expensive solutions out there to allow you to do that. So we've got that with Sabisu already, so we don't need to buy any further data presentation tools for mobile devices. It's all there.
So you'll be running around on iPads within weeks.
Basically, yeah. Yeah. If you look at a picture of any social network, you know, if you pull up your own social network, there are a few tools for doing that on the internet. The information that I need to do my job, or that somebody else needs to do their job, is an extremely complex network, and quite frankly, the way we service most of that information flow at the moment is via email, spreadsheets, and, you know, bits of paper chucked around the organisation. Extremely inefficient and insecure way of doing it. Social networks, as such, are the way of serving that information, and it works splendidly outside of the work domain or outside of the industry domain. There's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't work internally once you've knocked off some of the security concerns, which, quite frankly, we believe Sabisu's done.
Well, I think it just gets rid of the need to come back to an IT department to ask for reports to be produced in all of the individual systems that they have. It removes the need for them to log into all of their different systems to see an overview of the information in one place, and without the need to deploy anything to the end user's desktop. Well, we've already seen some benefits with Sabisu. It's early days, but we've rolled out an energy monitor, and this is an overview of our energy use within SABIC UK, and we've through the project that delivered that, we've actually identified hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of savings. I think sometimes just measuring something leads to an improvement, because you can kind of see where you've got problems. As soon as you open your eyes to what's going on your plant, you can start to hit the areas that are hitting you the hardest. So we don't want to have end users coming back to us in the IT and automation team to try and produce reports that are specific to the applications in question. We just needed something where the end user could say, I need some information out of this system and that system, and I just want to pull it all together and see it all on one page. One of the companies that do our leak detection work, they have used Sabisu to deliver an application that they had previously. It was just a Windows-based application. So they've chosen Sabisu to deliver the same functionality that they had in this application, but it allows us to hook into the information as well, and it means that we keep control of the data. They can work with it and do the leak detection work that they need to do, and yet it's all safe and secure within inside the platform.
Anyone with access permission can view it from whichever computer anywhere in the world, and I notice it straight away on the system. I don't have to reinstall anything. It's done in the background, and when I look at my front screen, it's there and it does it for me. So from our point of view, for ease of use and updating, that's marvellous. They can basically see it real time, and if there's improvements, or if the other way around, if it's getting worse in certain areas, that can be highlighted and we can look at that. But obviously, the way the system works now, that's all accessible for whoever's given permission to look at the database. I can also take my laptop home, and I can do it on my laptop at home, which is brilliant. It's speeded up our data entry. It has speeded that up for us, because prior to that there was 2 or 3 lots of data entry, which obviously it's prone to mistakes. This way it's 1 lot of data entry and that's it. It's going to massively reduce the amount of computer inputting work that we have to do. We're more engineering site-based than IT-based, put it that way. So the more simple it is for us, the better, which is great. We can look at how much time we would normally spend inputting information, and I can see how much time we're spending at the moment, and I can see that we're spending less. So the benefits are there, and I can notice it in the amount of time I've got to get on with other things. We can't really do what we do without everything being managed data-wise. I would much sooner just see this used on every application we do. It'll definitely make our job easier with regards that all our clients will be using the same system. It's making my job easier, no problem, yeah. If one of the clients wants to say, right, what the hell's happened to that valve, they don't even need to ring me, which is what they do now. They can just go straight on the system and look themselves, which is what we're trying to aim for in the long run.